Hello friend, this is Dr. Fred Stinson. I want to share with you 8 tips today to help make your next vacation fabulous. Tip number 1, get your passport. Fill out your documentation, fill out the form, get your passport in your possession. Follow all the steps, make sure you submit all the documentation that you need to get your passport. Tip number 2, get your visa. Visa applications are different, depends on what country you're traveling to, so make sure you look ahead, get your visa, fill out all the documentation, get your payment submitted, and get the visa out to the embassy or where they want you to send for your visa. You cannot travel to other countries without a visa, so make sure you take care of this pronto. Tip number 3, plan your trip. Choose a travel agency or you can self-plan. I personally like self-planning, but because of this trip and the short notice, I went with Derek Bozeman and Henderson Travel to do this trip. They had a great itinerary and I followed that itinerary, and it had the activities and the things that I wanted to see, places I wanted to go, already in the itinerary, so it was a great op for me. So tip number 3, plan your trip. Tip number 4, research your destination. Wherever you're going, whatever the destination that you're going, please try to do a little research. There's a lot of ways that you can do research. You can read a book, you can look on a map, you can do YouTubing, you can do searches. Research the destination so that you can have understanding of where you're going, what countries border the country that you're going to, just in case you might want to cross the border. But in order for you to cross the border, you need a visa for that country. You cannot go to another country without their visa in hand. So think about that when you're traveling. Tip number 5, get personal input. I was fortunate on the Derek Bozeman tour that they had speakers come in and they kept us abreast and informed about all the steps, all the things that we need to be preparing for on our trip. So be prepared, get personal information from a friend, a colleague, or maybe look for somebody on the web page and find out some of the things that they encountered on their vacation. It could help you save you a headache or two. One of the other things I also want to mention is I did learn and research when I was going to Accra, Ghana, that they have a lot of symbolism, and so I had a chance to study a lot of the symbols that they have in Accra and Ghana and what they mean. So make sure you get some personal information and do your research. Tip number 6, have a purpose. It's always good to have a purpose when you're going on vacation or a tour. And for me, my purpose was multi-layered. I wanted to get to the continent of Africa. That was my first goal. And the other goal was to follow my ancestors back and see where they came from and probably what they was doing at the time they came to America. Tip number 7, pack your luggage. Check with your airline that you're traveling with about luggage requirement. Most flights have 2 bags when you're traveling overseas, but there may be some limitations, so make sure you check your luggage. Or if you're traveling with some kind of special device or something like that, make sure you get that taken care of prior to traveling. Tip number 8, last but not least, get on the plane. Regardless of your worries, your concern, whatever might come up, put that to the side, plan ahead, get on the plane, and go and enjoy your trip. I'll see you on my next episode discussing day 1 in Accra, Ghana.